I'm Linda Jones. I'm parent to Liam McCabe, who currently resides at Raby Hall. Liam is 25 and he's been at Raby for just over 5 years, although he's been with the organisation for just over 6 years. First heard about, well, it would have been Wirral Autistic Society then, when Liam was probably about 15, 16. I used to go to an autism support group, and a family there who had a son with autism was moving to Wirral Autistic Society, as it was then, into Helen House for his adult provision. So we knew about it then. And when Liam was coming up to look at adult services, he's been in residential since he was 10 in specialist autism specific education and residential. So we were trying to mirror what he had in his sort of education and schooling environment. It needed to be residential, it needed to be autism specific, and in the Northwest, Wirral Autistic Society are obviously renowned at providing that for some of the more complex children or young people with autism. So it was our delight to be able to get a place there, and the local authority agreed to him going there. Liam's an outside person. He loves walking, he loves being outside. He doesn't do anything like computer games, listening to music, that kind of thing. He has some favourite programmes on television, so he has Countdown, which he's loved since being 4 years old. But at Raby, it definitely is the woodlands, and being to just go out there with his support staff whenever he needs to do that. Liam's behaviours are such as well that sometimes it isn't safe for him to be in the community, just from a behavioural or anxiety point of view. So the woodlands and the overall environment give him that safe haven. And I'd say during this particular time of the pandemic, it's been essential that he's still been able to go outside, get that fresh air, do longish walks or repeat walks without any risk to himself or others. I think it'd be brilliant. I think, in terms of the sort of the on-site facilities, particularly at that Raby site, it's just adding to that portfolio of fantastic opportunities for the people that live there. And looking at the plans, there's areas of relaxation and calmness. There's things to provide visual stimulation in terms of the coloured glass works that are going to be there, and then you've got physical stimulation in terms of the sunken trampoline and the balance beams, etc. So I think from an all-round point of view for the young people and adults with sensory processing difficulties as well, then they're able to go out there and regulate themselves, or have staff support them to regulate themselves. So if they're overstimulated, they can go in and have calm time under the gazebo and relax there. And then if they're understimulated, then they can go and have some time out there doing the balancing. And rebound stroke trampolining is well known to help people with autism to basically address some of those sensory issues. For Liam himself, he cannot access really, say, trampolining in the community, trampolining classes or session. He's a bit of an escapologist. He's a runner. He wouldn't understand to stay on his own trampoline. So again, having that sunken one there, he can go out there with his staff and have that kind of session and enjoy it. The balance beams, he's a climber, he loves climbing on and will balance. So again, it's getting those things that he needs to do, his needs can be done in a more appropriate environment than maybe the flat that he lives in, or his bed, for instance, for bouncing. So he will get so much out of that, I'm sure. Obviously, Autism Together is a charity, and yes, some of the funding does come from local authorities for the care and support side, but there's so much else that they need donations for, and fundraising campaigns, all the extras. Even we're in 2020, come to the end of it, autism is still not widely known, and it's still a hidden disability. They still have prejudices expressed to them. Well, why are you parking there? Why are you going there? You don't look disabled. And Autism Together campaign, and to raise awareness, to raise understanding of this very, very complex disability. The spectrum is so broad that there is a huge amount that do not look different to anybody else but have massive needs. And the only way that that's going to change is through education, awareness, training, and that's where the fundraising comes in as well, to help support those activities.